All right, it is time for the Willow warm-up. Nothing bad ever happens on the Willow warm-up. Just ignore the Raiju that killed me the other day. Riptykes, thank you so much for the brand new Prime sub. What ghost ability would you love to have in the game? Ooh. Somebody in my YouTube comments had an interesting idea for one that hunts if you blow the breaker. I think that'd be a pretty fun test to do, because normally blowing the breaker is a bad thing, but in this case, well, you know what the ghost is, but if you did accidentally blow the breaker, you'd be in trouble. Yeah, the Dune's here, one of my mods. Popcorn acquired, let's go. Finally got me through streaming. Victor, welcome in, how you doing? Had a mimic mimicking a Dio the other day on a blood moon on Woodwind. Oh boy. The only mimic that I can remember that's ever killed me was mimicking a Dio. Let's see. Nothing bad ever happens. We have had some, a couple of months ago, like 2 or 3 days in a row, the first hunt that I would do would be a demon. It was always like a demon on Tanglewood. It was so weird. All right. I kind of miss... Do you remember... I think it was on Tanglewood. There was that giant rabbit during the Easter... Oh, hello. What'd you touch? I heard a door over here somewhere. Garage door? Okay, let me grab a photo of that. Toss my EMF meter and my flashlight down. Let's go check that for ultraviolet. Would be happy if a ghost that randomly appears in your back and jump scares you, you just turn around. Yeah, we were talking about that happening with the new mannequins. I really hope that that's like kind of a new mannequin interaction. See, owners of the house shouldn't have their car keys so close to the door. Yeah, I mean, I keep mine in the bedroom. You missed the Easter event, really? Man, I was so sick of that Easter event. I was glad to see it go. But you know, when you play the game for a living. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's right. I was checking the door here. Let's see. Actually, hey, Leona, how are you feeling about the Easter event? Because Leona, I think it was number 2? Number 1 or number 2 on the leaderboard. I know it was you and Justly up there, but I can't remember who was first and who was second. Can't open your peanut bag, Rip. Don't miss the headaches from the heavy rain. I don't miss the of the ghost walking around the house. Oh man, I love the aesthetics of the Easter event though. I love the aesthetics. I just hate the noises. See, I got trophy level 1 and then I said, screw this. I'm done. Justly was 1, you were 2nd. You missed the bun. I did like bothering the bunnies. I did like bothering the bunnies. Wait, I don't even know if this ghost is in here or not. Let me check the temps. Ooh. Ooh, you're in the kitchen. Okay. I almost made a mistake there. Oh boy. Yeah, I know a couple of people are on the leaderboard, which is really cool. Because I think the last couple of leaderboards that they... okay. Do we think that was a poltergeist throw? That was pretty far. Guess poltergeist? I think ghost guessing has closed. Oh boy. Alright, well, I haven't seen any orbs yet. I haven't seen freezing temps. I haven't seen ultraviolet. Let's go get the spirit box. Actually, what is all the poltergeist evidence? It is spirit box, ultraviolet, and ghost writing. Okay, so we're going for the book in the spirit box now. I'm gonna skip the dots. Tea sounds good right now. I actually had a cup of tea this morning. I've been a little naughty. I've been drinking soda for breakfast instead. Let's see, hydrate. Mini Amoeba, thank you for the hydrate and the 3-stream streak. Let's see, Sunbro, welcome in. How you doing? I can have... Do you have scissors? You might want to resort to scissors for the peanut bag. Still saying shade. Your shades have been broken lately, really. What are they doing or not doing? Alright. Yeah, they're not quite lined up, but this is fine. Did I literally just said I'm skipping the dots projectors and then I blacked out and the next thing I know I'm putting dots projectors on the ceiling. What happened there? Amoeba, how you doing today? And Bladusa, well, I'm sorry, did I misread your name? Bladused? Bladused? Welcome in, how you doing? I tried to read it as Bladusa, like Medusa with blade, but that wasn't it. See, personally, I always get scared when it gives Spirit Box. I know if I get the Diogen response and I don't know it's a Dio yet, usually get the poop scared out of me. Alright. Are you here? Okay, I got Spirit Box and it threw one of my books. Shoot, I think that means it's not a poltergeist. Because poltergeist is... Oh, cool, we got the disco lights. Poltergeist is ultraviolet, writing, and Spirit Box. We did get the Spirit Box, but we didn't see ultraviolet, and it threw my book, so I don't think it's a poltergeist. So, what are you, then? Other than annoying with the lights. Let's see. Transboy, welcome in. How you doing? What did you miss? Not too much. The ghost chucked this kettle from there to there, so I thought it was a poltergeist at first. But, so far... I don't think it is. Okay. Oh, there's an orb right there! We got an orb. What do we got? Mare, Yokai, Onryo, and if we can get freezing, it might be a mimic. Though I should check for ultraviolet again. But otherwise, Mare, Yokai, Onryo, that's not too bad of a bunch. Where's my tripod? Right there. Mimic is on the table. It is. It is. We gotta get freezing if it's gonna be a mimic. Either that, or if it is a mimic, it could have been mimicking a Obake when it touched that door and not left fingerprints behind. So let's grab some salt. Let's grab another. I can't grab that. Forgot I have my camera. Shades have been eventing too much lately. I do know the higher your sanity, the harder it is for a shade to event. But once you do get down to 50%, I think they do have, you know, 100% success chance if they do try to event. Orb got the zoomies, it does. The dots were throwing me off there. Okay, is Goryo an option? No, it's not, thank God. Okay, just gotta wait for the ghost to walk through my salt here. Let's see. Ginger, hello, how you doing? I need to turn that bot message off because that message is wrong. I'm not starting at 4 p.m. CDT. I'm starting at... Well, first of all, that's in Central Time. I'd list all my times in Eastern. But I'm actually starting an hour earlier than usual for that raid train. Hey, can you walk through the salt? Please? Oh. I heard one step, but it doesn't look like it left any ultraviolet. Let's see, what does the ghost orb look like? Oh, hang on, let me turn these off here. Hopefully it's not dots that we're looking for. But yeah, ghost orbs are basically just white balls that float around. Okay, see that right there? That's your ghost orb. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is over there. They always hang out in the ghost's favorite room. And they just they move around a bit, then they vanish, and then they reappear. Oop. Let's see. But also, Camden, welcome in. How you doing? All right, let's check our temperature again. Ooh, 1.8. That is getting pretty low. Yeah, we're still looking for potentially freezing if it's a mimic. Pizza Eternity, welcome in. Thank you for the 7-stream streak. Do ghost orbs look differently if it's a mimic? They do not. They... Oh! Did you see that? Did you see that? We just got 0.7, 0.8. Any temperature lower than 1 degree is a freezing evidence ghost. Because regular ghosts cannot drop temperatures. Regular non-freezing evidence ghosts cannot drop temperatures below 1 degree. So if you ever see it hit 0.9 on a digital thermometer... It's a freezing evidence ghost, but our ghost is a mimic. So let's get rid of the ghost orbs. Let's circle mimic because the orbs are fake. But yeah, we got a mimic. That's scary though, because we have no idea what it's mimicking at any given moment. Mimics will change what they're mimicking every 30 seconds to 2 minutes. So where you really gotta be nervous about a mimic is if they switch to a high sanity threshold hunt ghost. Something like maybe a... Let's get rid of that. Something like a Thea. Though I have heard when a mimic does switch to a Thea, it randomly picks an age. Let's see, new here. Hey, Archer Girl, welcome in. How you doing? Danielle, hello. How you doing? Gotta love starting the day with a mimic. You do. All right, let's put this over here. And then I'll put the other one over here, just in case it switches to a demon or something. Let's see, just came back. What did you miss? We got a mimic. We got a mimic. Freezing temperatures were the evidence that we were missing. Yeah, this is our first game of the night. All right, doing good. Hey, that's good to hear. But what else do we need to do? Escape the ghost during a hunt, 25% sanity, and cleanse the area near the ghost. Okay, I can do all that. So basically, if we use the cursed possession, whatever it is, to get our sanity all the way down, we should be able to accomplish all of these with one single hunt. Okay, but in the meantime, let me put the rest of my salt in there, and then I need to figure out where the bone is and what my cursed possession is. Yeah, no Dio. We might still get hunted by the mimic acting like a Dio, though. Let's see. Oh, no, I play with 2 evidence. The only reason you saw me get 3 evidence was because the mimic will always have 1 more evidence than you're actually playing with. Because of that fake orb. Sir Rubber Ducky, thank you so much for the Prime sub. How often can the mimic change ghosts? Every 30 seconds to 2 minutes. But yeah, we were playing in 2 evidence. The reason I had 3 was because the mimic orb is fake. So if you're playing in 3 evidence, you'll get these 4 for the mimic. But in this case, we're playing in 2 evidence. The real evidence is the spirit box and the freezing temperatures. The mimic is hiding its ultraviolet, and the mimic always has the orb, even though the orb doesn't count as evidence for the mimic. Let's see. Gotta go. Hey, I'll catch you later. Okay, but let's see. I put the rest of the salt down, I think. I think these are 3 stacks now. Right? Do I have all the salt in here? I don't think I have all the salt in here for some reason. But yeah, that is the one fun thing about the mimic. You do get more evidence. Where did my other thing of salt go? It's not in my hands. Oh, I do have the salt down, thank you. I couldn't remember what I did with it. How do you know it's hiding the ultraviolet if it's 2 evidence? Since this is the 3 real evidence for the mimic, like for any ghost in Nightmare, the 2 evidence that you do collect, whatever the ghost's 3rd evidence is, that's what it's hiding. So if we had ultraviolet, ghost writing, and freezing for a demon, but we only got ghost writing and freezing, and we determined it wasn't a Moroi, it wasn't a Revenant, and it wasn't a Shade, and the only ghost left was a demon, that means it's hiding the ultraviolet. But in this case, what did we get? We got spirit box and freezing. Is it normally you get 4 evidence? If you're playing in 3 evidence and you have a mimic, that is normal. Are you sure it's not an Onryo? I am positive, because once again, we're playing in 2 evidence, and we got the ghost orb, the spirit box, and freezing. The orb is fake evidence for the mimic. Like, mimics always have orbs in the ghost room, but... Uh-oh. Is that the... That's the glitched ghost event, darn it. Okay, but what was I doing? I was looking for the cursed possession and the bone. It's not the tarot deck. It's not the music box. I'm pretty sure it's not the mirror. Oh, bam! Get photographed. All right. It's not the mirror. It's not the Ouija board. Oh, I wonder if it's the summoning circle. I don't think I've been in the basement yet. Nah, I don't think it's the voodoo doll. I think we checked back there. Does the mimic have another evidence when you play 1 evidence besides the orbs? Yes, it'll have orbs plus... it'll have orb plus either spirit box, freezing, or ultraviolet. If you're playing in 0 evidence, the orb will show up, but none of the other real evidence. Alright. Spirit box and... Oh no, wait. Yeah, we got spirit box and freezing. Let's see. Your pants? Sorry about your pants. Okay, so we already got the ghost picture, so we don't need to use the summoning circle for that, at least. Zero evidence mimics are the best. Yeah, zero evidence is funny because, I mean, the mimic is the easiest ghost to get in zero evidence. You just look for the orbs. Weekly challenge this week is Deja Vu, but it hasn't dropped yet. Yep, should be dropping here in about 2.5 hours. If anybody is new to the game, like maybe you started playing at console release or last Halloween and you haven't seen Deja Vu yet, it's probably going to be really confusing for you. Because the whole like thing behind Deja Vu is that it's meant to replicate what Phasmophobia was like in 2020. Because back then, the dots projector didn't exist. We did not have that as evidence yet. And on top of that, the movement speed was really slow, and there wasn't like sprint burst. Instead, you could sprint infinitely, but the sprint was only marginally faster than the horrible, horrible walk speed. So it was terrible. I don't know how we played it. Oh boy. All right, so I'm gonna go take the rest of my pictures. I'm gonna grab a lighter. I'm gonna grab 2 sticks of incense, just in case things go bad with the mimic hunting. It is on Tanglewood, yep. Yep, the default map of the game. See, excuse me, 1, 2, 3. Oh, hey, please don't self-promote. That's the one thing I'll tell you. As a new streamer, do not promote your own stream or ask people to, you know, follow you or do anything like that, or rage you or shout you out in anybody else's stream. That is considered bad manners on Twitch. So, where are my hiding spots? I think we have the shelves in there. So I'm gonna go light the summoning circle. I'm pretty sure my sanity's high enough. I think I just took sanity meds. But yeah, let that be your first lesson as a streamer. Other people aren't so nice about it. They'll just hammer you. Hello! What are you mimicking? Oh, I think he's mimicking a revenant. Is he? Yeah, I think he's mimicking a revenant right now. Hear those slow footsteps down there? He's like stuck in the basement though. Mimics mimicking revs are your worst fear. Honestly, that's why a mimic is my favorite ghost. So the deal with revenants is they are really slow until they know where you are. Then they get really fast, and they will continue running at that speed until they get to the last place they saw you. Let's see, 7 Ash, welcome in. How you doing? Can mimics spawn at level 1? They can. Diogen's the only ghost that's level locked, and that's because they don't want new players to get murked by a Dio. Just woke up, immediately checked Twitch. Ducks is streaming. I am, and we have a mimic for the first round of the day. And on top of that, it mimicked a revenant when we made it hunt. Oh man, I love mimics. They're my favorite ghost. But yeah, the reason I do love mimics so much is it was on Ridgeview, and I had, this was back when I played 3 evidence, I had all the evidence for an Onryo, and when you have the evidence for an Onryo, let's see, what is it? I believe it's, yeah, it's Orb, Spirit Box, and Freezing Temperature. When you have all the evidence for the Onryo, to find out if it's a mimic or not, one of the easiest ways is to look for ultraviolet. Because, you know, mimic's real evidence is ultraviolet, Spirit Box, and freezing. So, I put some salt down, the ghost stepped in the salt, and it didn't leave ultraviolet behind. And I thought, oh, okay, yeah. Or no, I think it touched a door. Yeah, it touched a door. That's what it was. Because, yeah, if it was salt, I think I would have seen some of the footprints. But the mimic touched a door, and it happened to have been mimicking an Obake at the time. And you know how the Obake only has a 75% chance to leave ultraviolet on whatever it touches? Well, it used the Obake's ability to not leave behind ultraviolet. And I thought, okay, no ultraviolet. It's actually an Onryo. Let's make this ghost hunt. And I think I broke the mirror, or, you know, pushed the heart pin on the voodoo doll or something like that. Basically, I started a cursed hunt. And immediately it hunts like a revenant. And I'm like, that's not an Onryo. That was a real pants pooper. I did get the ghost. I did live. I did get the ghost right. But, you know, from that moment on, I'm like, oh my God, that was so fun. I love mimics. See, Leona says, I've been killed by so many Hantus because I'm worried it's actually a mimic holding out on Spirit Box. I have absolutely been there before. Like, so convinced it was a mimic. But I'll tell you what. There was one time that I tried to get Spirit Box with the tier 3 even in the, I believe it was the old Bleasdale Foyer, and I never got Spirit Box. And I know it was still a ghost room because the motion sensors were going off, the temperatures were cold in there. And then I'm like, okay, I guess it's a Hantu. This is when I was newer at the game and I wasn't as good at it, and I didn't really think to be like, well, let's just turn the breaker off and make it hunt to see. And it ended up being a Mimic. But yeah, there's our Mimic. First investigation of the day. You know, I love starting the day with a Mimic.